Dora asks me if I like snacks. She then shows me what her mom gave her for a snack. Dora shows me blueberries, and that she and I counted up to 5, which means her mom gave her 5 blueberries. She eats them all up and thought they were delicious. Just then, Boots the monkey comes along and wants some blueberries too. But Dora told him that unfortunately she ate them all. Boots is about to cry, but Dora calms him down and tells him they can go berry hunt and find more blueberries, and Boots feels better. In order for Dora and Boots to go berry hunting, they need to get out a little blue pail from backpack. The pail comes out of backpack, and then Dora and Boots have to figure out where to go to find blueberries. So they check maps to give them directions on where to look for them. It says that Blueberry Hill is the place to go to find blueberries, but first they have to row across an icy cold river, and then they had to go over the prickly forest before they can get to Blueberry Hill. Map warns Dora and Boots to watch out for Swiper because he lives there. On the way to the icy cold river, Dora and Boots sing out a tune similar to the bear hunt song. Dora says out one line and Boots repeats. Dora goes, going on a berry hunt, and Boots repeats the line. Then she goes, gonna pick some juicy ones, and Boots repeats. Dora goes, we're not scared, and Boots repeats, and then Dora and Boots in unison, what a beautiful day. Dora and Boots do it again one more time, with me joining in. After the jingle, Dora and Boots make it to the icy cold river. They can't go around it, and they can't go through it. There's only one thing to do. Dora and Boots have to get across it. They find a boat and put on their life jackets to avoid sinking in the river. Dora and Boots had to row across the icy cold river. They managed to get across in no time. Dora and Boots take off their life jackets. Boots is looking forward to taste those blueberries, and Dora agreed. Now they had to figure out where to go next. They made it across the icy cold river. Next they have to go over the prickly forest. On the way, Dora and Boots decide to say the berry hunt jingle again for fun. While they do, they say the berry hunt jingle out loud. They do it softly. They whisper the berry hunt jingle even softer. Then they shout out the jingle super loud. In no time, Dora and Boots reach the prickly forest. Boots looked at the prickly forest and Dora goes, uh-oh. Boots says, there are prickers and thorns. They can't go around it nor through it. And then Dora and Boots need to figure out how they can get over the pricklers and thorns. Sure enough, I see vines. Dora thought that was a great solution. Just then, a lizard does a demonstration by swinging over the prickly forest using the vine. Dora and Boots grabbed onto a vine with both hands. Boots holds onto the empty blue pail with his tail. They swung their arms back and forth, and in no time, they made it to the other side. So far, Dora and Boots rowed across the icy cold river and swung and sank over the prickly forest. They were getting close to search for blueberries at Blueberry Hill. Along the way, they have to open a gate guarding Blueberry Hill that speaks Spanish. So Dora and Boots say abre to open the gate. After that, Dora and Boots had to march up the hill. For fun, they sing the berry hunt jingle fast, and then sing it one last time even faster. In no time, they finally made it to the top of the hill. Dora and Boots decided to pick berries from the bush with the most blueberries. Boots got excited and jumped around the bush, yelling, I love blueberries. Suddenly, Dora shushed him and told him to talk more softly. She understood how much Boots loved blueberries, but they had to be very quiet because Swiper the fox lived nearby and they didn't want him to hear them. Dora whispered to me that Swiper lives in a foxhole and he needed to find it. Dora and Boots had to hurry and pick the blueberries. They set the blue pail down on the top of the hill. Dora and Boots each took a turn plucking off the blueberries one by one as they counted softly. Boots accidentally yelled out loud that they had picked a total of 15 blueberries. Dora quickly shushhed Boots and thanked me for helping them count. Now, Dora and Boots had to get out of there before Swiper saw them. Swiper poked his head up from his foxhole. He disappeared and reappeared, sneaking up behind Dora and Boots. Dora and Boots spoke out loud, Swiper, no swiping, 3 times. Swiper dejectedly snapped his fingers, sauntered over his foxhole, and jumped back in. Boots asked if it was time to eat the blueberries, but without looking, they heard a deep voice rumbling, blueberries. Dora wondered who said that, and Boots didn't know. Dora asked me who it was, and it turned out to be a bear right behind them. Dora and Boots both ran from the bear. Dora and Boots started racing down Blueberry Hill to outrun the bear. They also had to go back the way they came. Shouted, abre, to open the gate to leave Blueberry Hill. Next, Dora and Boots swung over the prickly forest using the vines while the bear swung using his own vine. Then Dora and Boots quickly jumped into the boat, pulling on their life jackets lightning fast, and started rowing across the icy cold river. The bear jumped into the icy cold river and shivered, then started swimming after Dora and Boots. Dora rowed the boat as fast as she could. The boat started to tip over on one side as Dora continued to row, but then sharply stopped on the other side. Boots wondered if the bear was still after them. Dora said no and pointed out that they rowed so fast across the icy cold river that the bear was giving up and going home. Dora thanked me for rowing super fast. Dora and Boots took a turn reviewing what they did. They got blueberries from Blueberry Hill. We stopped Swipper the fox. And we got away from a bear. Now Dora and Boots started nibbling the blueberries. They were sweet, juicy, and delicious.